Hey guys, so today I'm coming at you with a story time. This story time, it gives me chills thinking about it, and I told a few of my friends and it gives them chills too. Like I literally have goosebumps. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. I literally have goosebumps thinking about it. So this happened on Christmas Day. First off, if you guys are new, please subscribe, hit the like button, and yeah, I post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So yeah, hit that like button and please subscribe. So let's get into the story time. So I was driving to my mom's house for Christmas. We were gonna have dinner. We had just opened gifts at my house. We were gonna have dinner at her house, which is about, I don't know, it's a drive away. So where we were was like a podunky town, probably like 3 red lights is like the max of the town. Definitely like a podunk area. So this is kind of like a busy highway. It's not really a highway, it's a one road, like 1 lane on each side of the road kind of thing. My son is like banging on this spoon. But it's like, it's the busiest road in this town, you can tell. Because you have people coming in to town, and this is like how you enter the town. So I was driving out of town, and there was a car, like a black truck that was parked, well, not really parked, but they stopped on the side of the road about half a mile, I don't know, I'm bad at math, a little ways away from us. Probably like a football field's length away from us. And they were on the side of the road, and I didn't know what was going on. I just saw a white car pass them. And I was like kind of swerve around them. And I was like, that's kind of weird. Like, that just strikes me as odd. So next thing I know, I'm driving pretty slow because like the speed limit, okay, the speed limit is like 50, but I'm driving kind of slow because I'm chatting it up. I'm getting pumped for dinner and stuff. And we were getting music on for our son. So we keep driving, and next thing I know, I see a little black chihuahua run across the road. And it's like, you could tell it was an adult, like 6 years old. It wasn't a puppy, but it was an adult, like they were tired of this dog. I'm pretty sure that black truck dumped them, but I don't know if they were trying to get him or dump him. But just because of the weirdness of it and the way they sped away, I'm going to say that they dumped him. I didn't get any license plate number, and I feel really bad for that because they deserve to be charged if they did dump him. But again, I wasn't too sure. Did they dump him or were they trying to pick him up? I see the dog running across the road, and I immediately pull over to the side, flip on my flashers, and I'm out there trying to get the dog. I'm out there trying to like hurdle the dog and say, oh, come here. But you could tell like he was scared, but he was friendly. Like he wanted to come to you, but he was scared. So he just kept like running around, but it wasn't like, I'm going to attack you. I was in fight or flight mode. So next thing I know, there's cars like kind of slowly approaching, because I did have my hazards on the side of the road. So they're slowly approaching. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh, stop. Like, I'm putting my hands up because I was afraid they were gonna hit the dog because the dog was frantically running. There's cars coming up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, stop, stop. Like, I'm putting my hand up like, stop, stop. I had 20 cars total stopped on this highway. It was like, by the grace of God, I had these cars stopped. Nobody got angry. Nobody honked and like swerved angrily. Like, there was no anger in any of this. It was amazing how everyone pulled together. And I had there were 10 cars stopped on each side of the street. And there were a bunch of people trying to like get out of their car once they saw what was going on. Once they saw the dog, they were trying to get out of their car and help me get this dog. And I just kept saying, this isn't my dog. Somebody dump this dog. This isn't my dog. I think he's friendly, but I'm not sure, because I didn't want them to get bit. But I didn't want the dog to run into the woods, because this highway is on, like, it's beside woods, like thick woods. There were people throwing me scraps of their food that they had just picked up out of their car. Like this one guy threw out some crab wonton or something, and I don't eat crab wonton, so it was disgusting, but I was like, oh my gosh, okay. He threw me like a crab wonton. This other person gave me a skin of like fried chicken. It was just amazing how this community like pulled together. Everyone, like, we didn't know each other. We were just trying to get this one little life. It was amazing how we came together to value this one life. So the dog ran to the other side of the football field length of the road. It had been 10 minutes at this point. So I got in my car and I was like, I think it's just a lost cause. But there were people back there trying to throw like a cargo net on top of him just to keep him from running. I just wanted to sit there and make sure, because at this point I figured some people probably still think it's my dog. And I don't want them to see me driving away like I don't care. I wasn't going to leave because I wanted to make sure that the dog was captured. So I sat in my car for a minute and I got the crab wonton off my hands because it was all over my hands and like, oh, I felt so disgusting. I don't eat that stuff. But I then called the police because I was really worried that either the dog was gonna get hit or somebody was gonna get hit. Like, because people had been sitting there for 10 minutes and it's like, it's Christmas Day. We're trying to go get our dinner and meet our families and everything. After like 10, 15 minutes, we finally caught the dog. Like he jumped into somebody's car. It was amazing. This guy opened his car door. Like everyone was opening their car doors and trying to get the dog in. And the dog kind of went with a few people, but like then would run away. There was one guy that he finally jumped into his car, and we found out that his toe or something was bleeding on him because the guy had just a little bit of blood on his leg. So there was another group of people. It was like an older mother and her two like older, like my age kids. They were all together. You could tell it was the mother and like two kids that were my age. They took the dog into their car. I didn't mind taking the dog into my car. If it came down to it, clearly I would have been fine with taking the dog. So luckily they took the dog, and the police, after all the cars cleared and everyone got back in their cars, the police finally came, and I called them again and I let them know we captured the dog. It was in this car, and they pulled over to the car, and I walked over, which I was kind of scared to approach. I was kind of scared to approach police officers. Walked at a normal pace. I wasn't like sprinting over, because that would have, like, if I was a police officer, that would scare me. But I walked over with my hands like open and just down, because I didn't want to put my hands up like this. I'm not under arrest or anything, but I didn't want them to think that I had anything on me approaching them. So I walked like this, and I was like, okay, I'm scared. I don't want to get shot. I don't want to get shot. I told them, you know, I couldn't get a tag number because I didn't know if those people like actually dumped the dog or were trying to retrieve the dog, but I think it's highly unlikely they were trying to retrieve the dog looking back. I wish I would have gotten their tag number, because they deserve to get in serious trouble for doing that. I mean, that dog could have been hit, and it's not fair. It's not right to the dog. It's not right to do that to a life. So yeah, we finally got the dog, and then the police came and they picked the dog up, and they took the dog over to animal control and took the people in the other car's number. Luckily, it did end up really well. There was a really good outcome. Nobody got hurt. The dog was minimally hurt. It was just amazing that so many people came out and stopped their cars and didn't get angry that they had to stop and wait for a dog. It's amazing that we valued that small life and we were able to save him. So that's all for our story time today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave us a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day, guys.